Well, I don't know how many of you are coming back over from the previous live that I'll have to find out delete. But your boy with detectives, I promise you, I'm pretty good with this stuff. On the audio side, I kept it rolling. So if you listen to the podcast, you'll hear me explaining the deal I worked out. And well, basically, it's not really a deal. I didn't sign a contract, whatever. That's kaput. That's toast, because if it don't work, you know what I mean? What are we doing here if it doesn't work? So hopefully people came back over. Probably not. Son of a bitch. I need to, God, I want to get into the picks. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I need to, hold on. You know what? All right, we got 4 people in here. We back, baby. Trindaddy's here. That's good. What I need to do, I apologize for the dead air. Just the
Dead
fucking
air.
Danny DeVito dead air. But I need to get rid of that live. Okay, live. All right, well, is it the same link? Yeah, here we go. Delete that video. Delete from YouTube. Never existed, never happened. We're back. Let me share the fucking link. Look at this. Yeah, this is Christian just texted me. I was frozen. Let me share the new link. This is a fucking disaster. This is dead air. All the back in here. My boys are showing back up. Mike Sloman, 96 RS. He's here every week. I appreciate it. Link to, we got some picks. God damn it, dude. I swear to God, I spent all week going prepping that, because the new software, you can customize things a little bit. You know what? Fuck it, right? We got picks. It don't matter. We'll keep it real simple. The graphics side of things, I want to add a little panache to it, whatever. Go fuck yourself, huh? Go fuck yourself. What do you think about that? But this card, again, like I was saying, we got some spots. People shitting on the UFC, we got some spots. First fight of the night, Jessica Rose Clark, -120 versus, this girl's name is going to be tough here. Tanara Lisboa. I think I fucking nailed that, Christian. If you're in the chat, tell me if I did. Get it going, 100 King. Disaster or tradition? I'm here for, that's true. It is a tradition now that we have all this shit. I swear to God, there are people who are probably like, dude, this dude's fucking dumb. This dude doesn't need, you know what I mean? He's just constant disaster. Anyway, first fight of the night, Jessica Rose Clark versus Tanara Lisboa. Lisboa, listen, she ain't fought nobody. Ain't nobody. Norma Dumont choked her out. Her records are 0-0, 0-1 victories. I looked up what I could find. She's not great. Now, Jessica Rose Clark cannot defend an armbar. Last 2 fights, armbar. You're going against Stanko, and the one thing that she has is an armbar. And you go, I'm going to just go ahead and jump into her guard and armbar. Jessica Rose Clark is still trying to find out what she wants to be. She was a high volume fighter, then tapered off the volume and tried to win more wrestling and, went to AKA and learned some wrestling. Then she became a wrestler. Now she's taking people down, getting her fucking arm taken. She needs to go back to scrapping. She's good on the feet, not great. She's tough. She's durable. She does have a knockout finish. Sarah Alpar was probably her best performance, in my opinion. She needs to get back to that. And I think she can with this girl, -120. I know chicks. Everyone in this chat knows I know chicks. I don't know this one, right? Even though Jessica Rose Clark is very nice. I don't know this one. I'm going to go Clark -120. I usually like starting the card off with a underdog play or something like that, especially with a female. Take the underdog. You don't know much about him, but Jessica Rose Clark's been around a while. If she fights smart, scrappy, doesn't put herself in fucking arm bars, right? I think we're going to be okay. So give me Jessica Rose Clark -120, something that I'm not running to play, right? There's other spots on the card, but it's always the first fight of the night. You always want to put, like maybe $25 in or something. Like if you got a prop that you like, slide in there a little bit, just kind of get the juices flowing the start of the fight. So I can't promise you I won't bet it, but I don't know, but I do know chicks. So next up, we got Gabe Green -140 versus Brian Battle +120. I did get these lines on Tuesday, so these lines might be a little shifty, boys. Please correct me in the chat if I am shifty. Ethan McHugh's here. He came back over. He was on the disaster She fought Valentina kickboxing, not a great performance, but has fought Muay Thai. Yeah, she's primarily that's Lisboa. She's primarily a stand-up girl, but Rose Clark, again, if you take someone down, work elbows tight, work on the armbar defense. Okay, 2 arm bars back to back. Yeesh. I think if she drops this one, she's probably done the UFC, back against the wall. Need to get a dub. Next up, Gabe Green, Brian Battle, -140 for Gabe Green. Brian Battle +120. Brian Battle got exposed last fight, right? Against the Russian, who I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name, but he got exposed. Manhandle. Before that, he was like kind of this, kind of young green guy, but was tough and had some good wrestling. And, he had that knockout over Sato, which was pretty impressive. And there were some things like that were going for him. And then he just got embarrassed in that fight. Gabe Green hasn't had an easy road in the UFC. He's fought some really tough dudes. He's tough himself. I mean, good luck trying to get this fucking guy out of there. He's got a fucking stone head. He debuted against D-Rod, unanimous decision loss. He landed 127 strikes in an absolute fucking war. Then my phone's going off, of course. And then we got Gabe Green versus Phil Rowe, 70 strikes, unanimous decision win over Phil Rowe. He lost the D-Rod fight, but that was his debut on short notice. He looked good. Knocked out Johan Linnes, who has no gas tank, and then dropped a decision Ian Gary, where he just got outstruck. But this guy's tough, man. You can't rattle this dude. Can't rattle him. And Battle, I think, is one of those guys. He's like awkward to fight. He's got a pretty good chin. He can take it. Gabe Green does have some power, but I don't think it's like worldly power. I think it's just a medium power. I think Brian Battle's gonna be the bigger guy in there. I think he can take a shot. So I teased on Twitter what the Green Hammer was. Last week I got thunderstruck by Charles Jourdain, right? And people disagree with me, like, well, Crone Gracie, you saw Crone, butt scooting, new boot scooting, you know what I mean? What the fuck we doing? This struck me as a Green Hammer. It came down like Thor's hammer himself. Ooh, Green Hammer play, baby. Again, on one of these days, I'm going to fucking smash this. Gabe Green versus Brian Battle over 2.5. How does that not cash? And it's a good number, -175. Remember, we're not looking for super plus plays. We're looking for value plays. This goes over 9 out of 10 times. Over 2.5, -175. That's not a big number. You should be paying in the -400 numbers for it. I am going over 2.5. My pick, the chat's going to disagree with me because a lot of people do like Gabe Green. I'm going Brian Battle, right? He's battle tested. See what I did there? He's not really. He's pretty mortal candidate from Gabe Green, from my guy, that boy that played Beezy. Jessica Clark is -105. So Jessica Clark has moved a little bit. I did see some talk on Twitter, some guys going, tell me about Lisboa. And I guess people are taking that bite. -105, little puppy dog, but you can take that right there. Give me all Gabe Green here. Rube Baker likes Gabe Green, a sharp guy himself. I want the high school Green. Was he dope? Did he get chicks? Gabe Green Hammer. How was he in high school? Yeah, only you can make Texas entertaining. Thank you, Patrick Lemons. He was a football player. There you go. Oh shit, PG just lied. Let's go, Aaron. MMA picks. Not a star athlete or anything in high school. Pooh Bear for the decision win. But did he get chicks? Yeah, over 2.5 is the Green Hammer play of the week. We won last week. Green Hammer's looking pretty good. That's a multi-unit prop play. Don't care about the number, but -175 is juicy. But I am picking Brian Battle. I know. Excuse me. Where is he at? Eric Campos went to. I appreciate you being here, Campos. You're riding with your high school guy. I'm going against him. I think it's going to be a greasy decision win. Gabe Green, I think, has all the tools to win. I think he's a better striker. I just think it's the grindiness of Battle to get some weird decision here. So you could also play Brian Battle win by decision. I don't see either of these guys finishing each other. Both tough as nails. All right, next up, we got Junyoung Kim. She is -240 versus Mandy Bohm, +200. Kim's got a dog shit record, right? Her record is not that great, but she's pretty good, right? I mean, all considering she fights top level competition and she just can't get the wins, but she's in there with some dogs. Now, Mandy Bohm, I think, is just not that. Strikes. She outstruck Priscilla Cachoeira and somehow lost 170-102. Barely got outstruck by Molly McCann, Meatball, and then lost to Alexa Grasso, but didn't get finished. So her last one comes in 2019 and Nadia Kassim by KO. She's got to be working. She's got a loss over Antonia Shevchenko, which is they're just kind of keeping some of the chicks around if need be. But I like Jung Young Kim here. The number is high. It's a little pricey for your boy. I'm not willing to pay that. Even when a guy like me who knows chicks, I get it. Bohm is 0-2 in the UFC. She lost to Lipsy. She lost to Leonardo. Not really high quality opponents. But I can't get out of bed paying $240 for Jung Young Kim, who's lost 4 in a row. Even if she's a better fighter, you always bet talent. ABT, always bet talent. What is how? Well, at least we came back on this one. All right, here we go. We got some people on my side. Jacob Lout, Brian Battle for the win, 100%. Let go. Lowest of levels MMA, women's MMA fights, not great. Anthony Horn, where the boys at? Yeah, the boys are. Timbo's probably being a father, being a great human. Christian's in the chat. Almost invited him, but that guy's a busy dude, right? He's probably combing his hair or something. Playing softball, hitting homers, dangers. Kim hasn't won 3 fights. Yeah, she hasn't won, but Manny Bohm hasn't won the UFC at all. Don't ever blame the tech issues on me ever again. That's true. Although I will say this, years ago, I set Christian up with a Scarlett, the plug a nice microphone in so he sounds good in the podcast. That was about 2-3 years ago, whatever it was. He just found out 2 weeks ago where the volume button was. He was using the monitor button for the volume button. I kept getting complaints like, dude, Christian does not sound good. You sound so loud. We can't hear Christian on the audio side. He didn't know where the volume button was. Okay. Tech issues I will take, but I know where the fucking volume button's at. Timbo is out there killing more people. We got to keep that, I don't know where he's at, but we got to keep more. He's out there. All right, next up we got Natan Levy -275 versus Pete Rodriguez +230. This got rebooked. Who pulled out? Anybody remember who pulled out? Was it Levy or was it Pete? This fight's interesting. I took a hard look at this being a green hammer because Natan Levy's a little wild, likes to strike, but he also likes to take down. He takes down a lot of fucking people, right? For not being a traditional wrestler, he lands a ton of takedown. Pete pulled out of the fight. Thank you, Mike Sloman. And Pete, right, debuts. Yeah, he debuts against an absolute fucking killer. What are you going to do? Drop that one. But then you get a knockout over Mike Jackson. Not Michael Jackson, right? Mike Jackson, the guy who beat CM Punk barely. And did he not really? Because he get popped for weed or whatever. The dude who's getting embarrassed all over the gym with him and Jake Shields and that little beef, whatever. The bum of a fighter, right? Pete knocked him out, right? The UFC was like, hey, Pete, thanks for taking that killer on short notice. Here's a softball. Get this guy out of the UFC. And Pete's never been out of the first round. He just knocks everyone out of the first round. So this is a real close look at within the distance, ending the first round, because Pete could knock out Levy. Levy has been chinned before, hasn't been knocked out, but he gets rattled a little bit, right? He gets, pothole stepping sometimes in those fights. Then he relies on the takedowns, but the takedowns are actually pretty impressive on Natan Levy for, again, not a guy coming from a wrestling background. He's more of a karate guy. Trains my guy Chris Curtis, who and Chris raised about this guy. But his last fight against Genaro Valdez, I know Genaro Valdez isn't this world-class guy, but he landed 6 takedowns, got hurt in that fight. Then he fought Mike Breeden. Mike Breeden landed 104 strikes, but Natan Levy landed 9 takedowns. So he got the dub there. Landed 3 over Rafi Garcia. Rafi got 7 on him, and then landed 2 over Shane Santana in the Contender Series. So this guy's mixing his karate style up. By the way, I hate his fucking mohawk. You got to get rid of that, man, or grow it out or something. It doesn't look good. Either way, I think the line is a little wide. I do think Pete isn't the best guy. I don't think he's the most well-rounded guy. I think he's a bruiser. I think he reminds me of like a current day, I should say, Leonard Garcia. Like, he's going to have some fun scraps. He's going to go down and the other people are going to go down, but I don't think he's high class. Not saying Natan Levy is. -275 isn't something I'm running to go purchase, running to the window, running to bet my phone right now, but it is something to look at. I like Natan Levy. I like the under. I think the under set 1.5. I like the under, but I'm cautious because if Natan wrestles, Pete, we don't know what Pete's cardio is. Give me Levy, though. Not overly confident. Minus 175. I don't see how it can go to the judges. I'm glad I stayed away from the green hammer because this was going to be a play. This could be like a mini green hammer. It doesn't go to the judges because I think Pete, after that first round, I think he's going to be all that gas. You know what I mean?
It ain't got no gas.
He ain't got no gas in it, right? The guy just knocks you out first round and does his thing, right? So I think I like Levy in that spot. I don't love him though. Aaron just made a fat parlay for my fun ladder bet. Wish I had green hammer for that leg. Green, a lot of people love Gabe Green. Levy's pretty good at throwing combo into a takedown. Absolutely, he mixes it really well. Hard to hold. He doesn't hold guys down very well. That's obviously something that's going to come with better grappling, better positioning, better wrestling. But he is improving in that. Pete in one fight parlay on DK is plus 50. Woo! Plus 450. That got me. Natan is a decision machine. That's exactly right. You look at Pete Rodriguez, the guy's knocking everyone out in the first round. Then you look at Natan Levy, and he's going decision. He ain't knocking anybody out. Can't even finish a bag of chips. So that's what broke my brain. I'm like, you got one guy who's never been to a decision. You got another guy who lives for decisions. So the over 1.5 might be a play here. This fight broke my brain. That's why I avoided it. But I might just play it just because, you know what? Fuck it. Under's currently at 155. Yeah, under currently 1.5 at minus 135. Maybe sprinkle the over a little bit there. I don't know. Maybe Tom Levy will come out and get a finish here. Levy fights smart. He does fight smart. He got no gas in it, my guy Christian Levy Hunter, but Pete is fun. Pete is fun. He's gonna have some really good fights. He's gonna have some fun fights in the UFC. I just don't know if he's ever gonna get to ceiling. All right, next up, Carlos Ulberg versus Ihor Potieria. Minus 320 for Carlos Ulberg. Potieria is plus 275. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, let me get this out of the way. Fuck Ihor Potieria, and he knows why. That little dude in the dance after knocking Shogun out, right? Shogun got wheeled out of bed, no knees, no cardio, finishing his last fight on his contract. It's going to hang him up as a legend, and you knock him out as I believe it was his first UFC win. Am I incorrect about that? I know Nicholas Nurmagomedov, which I fucking nailed. I know he absolutely destroyed his face. Okay, so he's got a win over Lucas Zodolski back here. So when Nurmagomedov already got him. Anyway, I can't pronounce the name. Anyway, chill out, bro. Right? What are you doing? Right? I know it's a big win, it's a big name, but you don't disrespect Shogun. So you look at Carlos Ulberg, and this dude has a lot of talent. His first life in sports was rugby. Now he's in MMA. He rushed it. I think, he shouldn't have probably got a Contender Series contract. Rushed him against Kennedy. He landed 146 strikes through 200. Gassed out, got finished. Kennedy showed him, hey, you know what I mean? Don't fuck around in here. He's really paced himself since then. His striking's very good. His cardio is very good now. Basically because he's pacing himself, I should say. His wrestling, his anti-wrestling, he's landing some takedowns, right? But his anti-wrestling is getting pretty good. He's an athletic big guy. Potieria likes to stand up, likes to bang out, but no defense whatsoever. Shogun cracked him a few times, right? Nikolai dropped him, knocked him out. Nikolai doesn't knock really anybody out. He goes to war. He plays punch face. That's his favorite game. So I like Ulberg here. That's a slime parlay. He's a huge favorite at minus 320. This is also my send him home. I like Ulberg by knockout. If someone in the chat wants to chase that number, because I feel like if I move anything, I'm going to freeze up again looking at different windows or whatever. But I like Ulberg by knockout. He's a slime ball candidate as well. Potieria will always be on my bad side because fuck him. What he did to the legend Shogun. And listen, Carlos Ulberg, he's getting better, obviously, but when you got the coaches, you got the training partners, even if you're kind of an average fighter and you're never going to be an Izzy, you're never going to be one of these guys, you're going to get so much better by training with these guys. And Potieria, I think, is a bum. I don't think he's that good. I think his record, 19-3, his record outside the UFC is a bunch of frauds, right? Give me Carlos Ulberg. Give me him by knockout. Let's see what the chat says. Besides Riddle and Shane Young. Shane Young's rough. Shane Young's been there for a while. We love you, Big Gun. Thank you, Paulo BT. V. Evan Pooh Bear almost makes no sense. 190 for Oldberg KO. That is high. That is Parker 02. Thank you. Rue Baker and Parker 2 came in the clutch with minus 190 for Oldberg KO. Aaron MMA picks had it earlier. Excuse me. Sorry, Aaron. KO prop. That is high. Even though I want to see, maybe I'm trying to manifest this, right? I want to see Portera get knocked out and shit his pants in the cage. That would be awesome. But man, minus 190, steep. Still going to be my send him home because I got it written fucking down. But what are you going to do? All right, next up, Cody Stamann, minus 130 versus Douglas Silva de Andrade, plus 110. Douglas Silva de Andrade has got like 10 names, right? Here we go. Victor J. DeJesus. I finally made a live logger. Hey, I love you, Victor. I love you, brother. Money line is now minus 420. Thank you for correcting my line. Again, I got these lines 2 days ago, and it's gone up a point, 420. I had it at 320. So, whoop. Cody Stamann versus Douglas Silva de Andrade. This is kind of a mini lightning bolt, right? Thor didn't actually thunderstruck me on this one. But this is I think Cody Stamann's really good. He's been boxing a lot lately. He hasn't landed a takedown in 3 fights, which kind of scares me. I want to, and yeah, he boxed up Brian Kelleher. That's cool. But I want to see him get back to what he's good at. Last time for a takedown, he got his fucking neck taken, right? So he was like, eat, right? So maybe he's trying to stay away from that. But banging with de Andrade is not a good look. I know you got to mix everything up. I think de Andrade is a muscled up dude for this weight. He's good to slow down. I think Stamann, is athletic, is quick. I don't love him on the feet all that much. His boxing's okay. His movement's good, but I want to see him mix everything up. I want to see him slow this guy down because de Andrade can crack. Give me Stamann, slime ball candidate. I didn't love this earlier in the week. I actually wrote down here avoid. I was going to avoid this. And then the more I thought about it, and the more I said, you know what? This is a low number at minus 130 of a guy who I think is pretty good. A guy who, camera fucking out. Come on. There it is. A guy who I think is pretty good. And a guy who's been in there with some really good guys. And Douglas Silva de Andrade, 20 last names. That's a mouthful, right? Pick one, bud. Come on, bud. Give me Cody Stamann. I like it. Let's see what the chat says. Just a simple parlay piece. You know what Oldberg you'll get, but Portera might be bottom 10 on the roster. He's fucking number 2 on the bottom 10 there. You know what I mean? Piece of shit. Let's go. We're here for you, Mr. Pete Trey. Thank you, Pablo BTV. That same game knocks off Justo over half a round. I said to 400. Sheesh, that is just steep. A lot of people are really steaming Oldberg here. I think a lot of people probably feel the same sentiments I do. It's like, you don't do that to Shogun. You celebrate knocking out anybody else, but not fucking Shogun in his final fight. And he said it was respect. He didn't fire. Fuck you. You can't dance anyway. Rooting for my local boy Stamann, but no action for this fight. Victor, I like Stamann. There's going to be action for me. Look at the else in the studio setup. Yeah, man, I'm trying hard here. Nice camera. I got my things in the back that I'm trying to add to. That's the best. That's the best UFC poster ever made. UFC 183. Johnny Hendricks, and it was like the DC comic guys did it. That one is the best event I've ever been to in Atlanta. Super dope. Both little muscle balls. True. Slime forever. Stamann stinks. Wow, Skynet. Stamann stinks. I don't think he stinks, bro. Stamann was one over 2.5. Trindaddy's a sharp dude. Go give that guy a follow. That guy's sharp. Same one's easy to look at 300 at the end. Thank you, Mike Slomo, with the confidence. Douglas is getting a little old. He's getting a little long last names. Yeah, Douglas Silva de Andrade. That's legit his real name. Yeah, he's got fucking 100 of them. Stamann can't take down DDS. Those TRX arms can't box. We'll see, Skynet. We'll ski. Hopefully, my guy wins. All right, next up, Carl Williams, minus 410. I know this line has climbed. Versus Chase Sherman, plus 330. I had Carl Williams in my mortal lock when this fight was supposed to happen weeks ago. Chase Sherman pulled out with a stomach bug, I think. Is that what they said? Something. And they rebooked it. I think Chase Sherman was like, I don't want to fight this guy. This guy is, because I was a little slow on Carl Williams too, but his debut, the guy's athletic, he's explosive. You're just giving him more time to train because he kind of took the fight on short notice. And Chase Sherman's is tougher than a $2 steak, right? Mississippi mean. But No ground game, no takedown defense. Jiu-jitsu very lacking unless he's on top. He kind of maybe can do a head and arm, but nothing crazy. Boxing is obviously where he wants to be. I think after he loses this fight, he's going to go cash a couple checks in bare knuckle boxing, fight Ben Rothwell and all that shit, because I think this is UFC's done. Plus 330. This is middling heavyweights, so I'm not like running to the window. I actually, you know what? I am running to the window. Fuck you. Fuck you. I was mortal locked on him a couple weeks ago. I'm not changing my mind. I'm not changing my read. Give me Carl Williams, slime ball candidate again. I think he just thrashes Chase unless he completely gasses, because Chase is tough. Chase will be there in third round if you can't finish him. I mean, he's not a cardio machine. He's just tough. Give me Carl Williams. Give me Carl Williams. Give me the big boys here. Got my eye on a lot of these dogs. Steven Glansberg likes the dogs, baby.
Hello? Okay, this is dog.
All right, so current lines, Carl Williams minus 410, Chase Sherman's, okay. Over and a half, plus two and a half over, minus 115, under one. Okay, so the under is steamed a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be, I kind of like the over in that because Chase Sherman is tough and Carl Williams isn't, you know what, 2.5 though. Carl Williams maybe dump him on his fucking head by then. I don't know. Sherman's Ben Rothwell coming to, yeah, 100%. That's going to happen. Who do you have in the Ninja versus Shizrat? Rough Rowdy? I tell you what, I don't know Ninja very well. I've never bought Rough and Rowdy, but I do know Shizat the Rizat. And I'm gonna go with Shizat the Rizat. You know, I love Barstool. That's a Barstool thing for people who don't know. And my goal when I first started this podcast was to get hired by Barstool because I feel like their MMA content is very lacking. You know, Robbie Barstool, you know, he does his thing, but he's also, you know, he's like a Star Wars guy and, you know, a Marvel guy and a wrestling guy. It just, you know, you need a pure MMA guy with that company. And my first order of business, if I ever got hired by Barstool, would be fighting Rough and Rowdy, you know, 4 times in one night. That's, I swear to God, is one of my goals. All right, next up. We got Matt Brown, the Immortal, plus 155 versus Court McGee, minus 180. We picked this on the Anakin Florian, which just got released this week. I picked Court McGee. I'm rocking with Court McGee. Both these guys got majestic chest hair. Both these guys are legends. But Matt Brown looked very tired against Brian Barberina. Resulted to grappling in that fight. Yank it out, grapple Court McGee. You've retired. You've came back. You went to Colorado. Now you're back in Columbus. There it is. And let's go Court McGee by decision. I kind of like over 2.5 is gorgeous. Trindade just killing it right now. Current lines, Matt Brown plus 185, Court McGee minus 215, over 2.5 minus 155, under plus 125. Stealing. I think that could be a green hammer play. You know what I mean? I only give one out, but that could be another fucking green hammer play. I tell you. Yeah, but give me Court McGee by decision. I think he's just going to out chest hair him. Just fucking out chest hair him on that one. I went to Columbus Car, the Brown Barbarians. Fuck. I was there too, Victor. I wish, you know, we wish we would have met up. It was a war. I felt bad that people booed Barberina. I get it. Matt Brown's from Columbus and everything. I was at, you know, the 2 times they came to Cincinnati. One was head. Fucking stream keeps going on. Is it my internet? Is that what it is? I got some gigs on this fucking thing. You know what I mean? I got, you know, I just looked at it. I got a lot. Anyway, Victor to Jesus. Is this a Brown by KO or court decision play? 200 for double chance, I think. I think Brown, the only way he wins is by KO, and I think Court wins the decision. Court tends to like fight dumb, like when he fought Carlos Condit. The path to victory is there, right? Take Carlos down. He has no takedown offense, and he decided to stand with him. I don't think he'll take that approach since he got knocked out by Jeremiah Wells last time. So I like Court here. I like him by decision. That's a fun play. Double chance minus 200. Listen, you're covering your bases for 2-1. Not, you know, that's not bad. You know, especially if you got a fucking fat bankroll. Court's going to stand and bang Mark Morris. He gets clinched elbow KO'd. Christian, don't bring those bad vibes here, bro. We're all on agreement. Court McGee by decision. You contrarian fuck. All right, next up, Tim Means plus 180 versus Alex Morono minus 215 again. I think the rest of these fights we picked on the Yank and Florian, so excuse me if you already watched that. I'm repeating myself. I like Alex Moroni here. I like him big here. Tim Means is slipping a little bit. He's getting a little older. Chin not what it used to be. Alex Moroni's a guy I've doubted his whole career. You know, he could be on a 5-fight winning streak. He was beating Ponzi live in Vegas in front of my eyes. I had Ponzi in a nice little bet, ready to rip up the ticket, and Ponzi knocked him out in that third round. Morona's biggest weakness is his chin. He's a coach. He's got a great mind for MMA. If he didn't look like the way he looked, he looks like the guy from Barry. And if he was, I've never really heard him talk. I think he's very, I don't know if his personality is that good. He'd be on the desk, is what I'm saying. He's a very smart MMA mind. He knows what he's talking about. And I like that. I like a fighter that's very analytical. And Tim Mean seems like a guy that's just like, you know what? Pack the beer and cigarettes. We're going training. You know what I mean? He just seems like an old school New Mexico, Albuquerque dude. Never trained at Jackson's. Had his own little gym. You know what I mean? Just did his own thing. The Dirty Bird. Dirty Bird's nasty in the clinch, though. Gets the clinch. We got a problem for sure. But I like Alex Moroni here to probably decision him. He could knock him out. Moroni surprisingly got a little pop. He dropped Ponzinibbio, hurt Max Griffin really bad. Hurt Cowboy. I know Cowboy's in his career. He stood up with Pettis in a very competitive fight. Moroni's got a little pop, and he's faster because he's a little undersized for 170. Tim Means used to fight at 170 or 155. So I don't know if the speed's gonna be too big, but yeah, you got to watch out for clinch. But give me Morono. Not a parlay piece. I think this is just single wager. Because how do you out chest hair somebody? Let me tell you something, buddy. You don't want to know. Okay, I don't have much chest hair, but you don't want to know. You don't want to. Hey, UPS family and Billy, love the show. Let's go, baby. What can Brown do for you? I had a horrible day today, by the way. Fuck UPS. Dirty Bird. Steven Lambert like Dirty Bird. Murder's Good Box Means in Oblivion. I like it, Park Road too. Current lines from Trinidad here. Tim Means plus 185, Morono minus 215, over 2.5, minus 145, under plus 115. I like those. Vegas is getting sharp with the under and overs. Cardi in the chat. Morono versus Means is a mismatch. Alex will make this look easy. Nice confidence, Anthony Horn. Sorry, not Alex. Alex Morono, Anthony Horn. This is a mortal lock candidate. Who's the mortal lock? Christian, give us your pick. Stop looking at his soft, shitty body and look at his fist. Okay, so it looks like you're going Morono. I like Morono here as well. The next fight was Mackenzie Dern, Angela Hill. Got moved to next week for the main event because next week's a little weak. Next up, we got Daniel Rodriguez plus 200 versus Ian Gary minus 240. This is a rat line, right? Vegas is trying to trick us, right? They're trying to say, come on, two-way action. Daniel Rodriguez, the dude with the neck tattoos from California who shouts out Kobe, stands and bangs, right? The dude, him? Yeah. He's fighting that Irish guy who wants to be Conor McGregor, who got dropped his last fight. We're going to put plus 200 on Daniel Rodriguez. Come give us your underdog money, baby. That's free money, right? 200. Nah, rat line, right? Let's see what the current line is. Daniel Rodriguez plus 250, Ian Gary minus 300, over 2.5, minus 155, under plus 125. Woo! Rodriguez is as tough as they come, but I mean, Ian Gary, I know a lot of people don't like him because he's arrogant. He hasn't proven himself yet. They think he's a Conor McGregor knockoff. I think this guy's really good. I think he's good on the feet. I think he wants to be tested. He wants to fight the guys. He has them lined up on his list of who he wants to fight. This is a big step up, in my opinion, for him. I think he's going to be faster, longer. He can outbox Daniel Rodriguez for 3 rounds. I want to see Daniel Rodriguez grapple a little bit. So I'd like to see what Ian Gary does against like a wrestler, even though D-Rod's not a wrestler. Does have some decent grappling. Got a nice little choke on him. Probably not going to happen. He's probably going to stand up with him. D-Rod's got some really good straight punches, good left hand, switch stances really well. But Ian Gary's movement and that long-range frame with his kicks and punches and the confidence that he's training with those guys at Florida. He bounces around all over the world and trains with some of the best guys in the world. That's a rat line. Vegas is trying to get you on the D-Rod train. I'm going Ian Gary. This easily could be a mortal lock. This easily could be in a slime ball parlay. I know Christian's going to disagree because he does not like Ian Gary, but I like Ian Gary here. I think he's going to style him. I don't think he definitely can knock him out. I don't know if he will because D-Rod is tough, right? He's durable. But I like Ian Gary in the spot here. Let's go to chat. Here we go. Morano lock. Matthew Guido thinks Morano's a lock. Gary almost got slept last fight. D-Rise he did. He got fucking cracked. But me and Skynet are not seeing eye to eye. I'm taking the cheese. Don't be a rat. Don't be Bruno. If you have kids, you know what I mean? He's got rats on his back. Don't be Bruno. I think D-Ron can box him up. This is gonna be the best fight of the night. I think I'll be rooting for D, but Gary wins the decision. I think he wins the decision too. It's Ian Machado. Gary has some respect there. That's right. He took his wife's name. D-Rod for the 100. So I'm a lot of people don't think it's a rat line. They're taking Daniel Rodriguez. I like it. I've been a big Ian Gary supporter since he came over in the UFC. Minimum experience, came over. He's undefeated. There's going to be in the near future, he's going to get cracked. He's going to lose, right? I just don't think it's D-Rod. I just don't think it's him. Sorry. All right, next up, co-main event, Anthony Smith plus 100 versus Johnny Walker minus 120. This fucking fight broke my brain. Did you guys see Anthony Smith weigh in as the backup for the light heavyweight fight, whenever it was? Missed weight and just absolutely looked in horrible shape. Did you guys see that? That's burned in my brain. So when Kenny and I were picking, Kenny went Walker. So I went Smith as the underdog play here. Let's see if he's still the underdog. Nope, it looks like the lines move. Dead pick him. Anthony Smith 110, Johnny Walker 110. 1.5 is where the line is set. Over 1.5 is plus 110, and then the under is minus 140. I think the under is the play. I think Anthony Smith, the more I reason and think about it, listen, both these guys can explode on each other. This is what's going to happen. I think under is good. I think the fight won't go to the decision is a great bet as well. That's probably steamed to the fucking heavens. But my breakdown of Anthony Smith is he's doing the desk, right? He's very good at it. He's very well spoken. He's smart. Doing the desk, doing the podcast with Bisping, which is very successful. Kind of taking his foot out of MMA just a little bit, right? He's got 50-something fights, right? He's earned it. And then now he's going against Johnny Walker, where he looked like shit a couple months ago weighing in, missed weight. Now he's coming to Johnny Walker, and he's doing some great sound bites. He sounds motivated, but so does Dom Cruz, so does Michael Chiesa, so did Paul Felder did back in the day, so did DC back in the day when he was doing the cross thing. When he got 1 foot out with 50-plus fights, you've been doing this for a long time. I don't know where the motivation at. Johnny Walker, he's coming off 2 wins, but it was goofy wins, right? Like Paul Craig's one-dimensional. Paul Craig fought a really weird fight, got slept, and then Kutalaba's a wild man. You don't know what Kutalaba you're going to get. Choked him out. Who had Johnny Walker by submission, by the way? Like what? Show me that ticket. That's impressive. So I went back and forth. Kenny picked Walker, which I think is a good bet. I'm going to go Smith. He is my dog lock.
Hello? Okay, this is dog.
He's currently not a dog. He's a pick'em. So that's kind of a little bit of a rat move by me, if you ask me. I don't have a lot of dogs in this card. Jessica Rose Clark is technically a dog. Yeah, I just don't have a ton of dogs on here, man. So yeah, we're not dog hunting that much. I'm going all fucking chalk. That's kind of embarrassing now that I just looked at my card. All chalk. I was just picking winners. I thought I'd squeak by with a little puppy dog in Smith. Now he's a pick'em. Maybe might even close as a favorite. I like Smith because I think if he touches Walker, he's done. I mean, we all have seen the video. It's going on Twitter. Go to Twitter. You type in Johnny Walker as the first. He got knocked out 5 times in one fight. Literally dead asleep, wakes up. Dead asleep, wakes up. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. The chin's not there. The chin is not there. And Anthony Smith can't touch him. But Anthony Smith gets touched to the body, gets hurt. He gets hurt to the head. He flops to the ground. If he gets hurt to the body or he gets clipped in this fight, because Johnny Walker is a big, powerful dude, is he willing to get back up like he used to? Because now he's like, shit, I got to work the desk next week. I don't want my face fucked up. You know what I mean? That's just a thought going in my head. So I'm very on the fence. I'm being an undecisive little bitch about it. But the official pick is Anthony Smith. Let's see what the chat says here. Parker 02, Johnny Walker's way too explosive. Smith will probably crumble. He's focused. Yep, too focused on life after MMA. 100% Parker 02, are you me? Because we are on the same page today. Steven Glansberg likes Walker by lock. Man, Glansberg. Smith is a better fighter, but Walker's at wild style and hits like a mule. I think Walker can hurt and Smith early and jump all over it. Matthew Guido, this guy coming in. Smith has 1 foot in, 1 foot out, which is never a good place to be. I'm glad we're all on the same page. Smith beats Walker, even if he has both feet out. Let's be real. Mike Sloman, double down, baby. No shame in beating the line movement, bruh. There you go. I didn't place the bet, though. I didn't place that. I just wrote it down. So I wish I could beat the line. This is a fight I'm on the fence about, but, it is what it is. Anthony Smith's defense isn't the best, so it's going to be super set in round 1. Who Anthony Smith Burglar beat Walker, though. Anthony Smith's burglar, if he was on the same PCP that he was on when he broke in Anthony Smith house, he might be world champion. I mean, the guy's tiny little dude. I saw the video. He's tiny little dude, and Anthony Smith kneed him in his face 1,500 times. The guy laughed at him. All right, main event. Jerry is a Rozenstruik plus 430 versus Jalton Almeida minus 560. Boys, this is my mortal lock.
Morlock Demon, I hate the fucking do it. This whole card.
I've been a basic bitch. No dogs, all chalk. I'm on 3-week winning streak. I'm trying to, protect the lead. All these dogs are going to win. But Jalton Almeida is a special guy to me. Jerry Rozenstruik is not explosive, in my opinion. Here we go. Current lines by Trindaddy. Biggie Boy, plus 400. Jalton Almeida, minus 500. Came down just a little bit. 1.5 over, plus 165. Under, minus 205. I think it's an under. I think it's Jalton Almeida could be my send him home. Could be he couldn't be my dog lock, but I think this guy gets down round one. I think it's a submission round one. He likes to look for submissions. My biggest complaint is when he gets guys down, instead of raining down huge blows, he looks for submission. He goes jiu-jitsu. He looks for the jiu-jitsu first, right? Rozenstruik, for being a K1 high-level kickboxer, doesn't throw anything, right? He'll go 5 rounds throwing 14 punches, but if he lands one, it's over. Jalton rushed in last time against Shamil, got cracked, took it well, got him down, fight over. The big knock on Jalton, obviously he's a little young in the game as well. He does have some losses, prior, but he's a 205. He's not a heavyweight. I like him at heavyweight. I'm not a big draining guy. It's like Johnny Walker should be heavyweight. I think the reason he has no chin is he drains himself to 205. And I think he probably wouldn't have a chin at heavyweight. But Jalton Almeida, fill up a little more. Be like 230, 229. Be like a really strong, super athletic heavyweight. I think that's what it is. And Rozenstruik has no ground game, no submission defense, no takedown defense, right? I'm sure he's working on all this. He's a big guy, he's strong. He might stuff one, but is he going to stuff the second one? If he train wrestles, is he going to stuff the other one? So I like Jalton Almeida by submission because that's what he does. He hunts for submissions, and then when he can't get it and he gets frustrated because his jiu-jitsu is not working properly, he uses his strikes. I hope he's working on, because he's fighting quite often, I hope he's working on strikes will lead to submissions. This guy's a stud on top. No doubt in my mind he gets it down. There is a freak world where Rozenstruik could clip him coming in, knock him out. Dude has that power. But I think Jalton's too good, too athletic, too strong. Lock of the century, in my opinion. Minus 500 is very, very high. That's why you put him in a parlay. He's a slime ball kid in it. Before I give out my under 5.5 of the strike play, you were right, Anthony Horn. It is John Friend just got here showing my support. Keep it great. Thank you, John Friend. The Friend brothers are great dudes. This one will be over super quick. 100% Steven Landsberg. Trindaddy with the lines. I love you. Trindaddy's the man. Give this guy a follow on Twitter. He's a great Twitter follow. I don't know if he has an Instagram. I'm more of a Twitter boy. I've made a one takedown under 24 minutes. Same game parlay. Aaron MMA picks is a sharp dude too. -2. I love that. I love that play right there. Almeida plus one takedown in under 24.5 minutes. Same game parlay. -225. Woo! I love that. Here we go. Billy Badass. I'm here, baby. I'm here, Billy. Big boy usually can't handle the big fights against premium competition. Almeida uses aggression, grappling, score a vicious TKO. So Parker and I are on the same page to the fact that he's going to get TKO'd, not submitted. I think I'm going to pick one. I think, yeah, I'm out of first round sub is only plus 200. That's crazy. That's crazy, Rude Baker. That should be, you're picking the round and the method, and it's only 2-1. God, I'm going to have to get creative this card because that's high. Jalton rounds 1, 2, 3. -290 is literally free money. Put the house on it, put the kids' college fund on it, put your Bitcoin on it, fuck it out of Granny's retirement on it. Lock. Mike Sloman locking it up. Yeah, that is kind of free money right there. If you got a fat bankroll. Marina Heidi is he will do the same front kick takedown that everyone does coming. So body slam won't get it done. Yeah. If only. Jalton's next heavyweight champ, Tom Aspinall. Yeah, I think Tom Aspinall is a fight that's going to have to happen. Unless Jalton really gets like cocky and goes, I'm going down to 205. I like him at heavy. Stay at heavy. There's no one at heavy. I parlay that Williams over 2.5 for plus 105. Love plus money. Oh, I like the Aaron's. The Aaron's pick. It's sharp. Let's hit the Slimer. All right, here we go. Slime ball parlay. Again, I had on the other program, I had cool little graphic. I don't have that. We're going bare bones here. I'll read it out of my book so I know. Not the juiciest one, if I'm being honest with you. Let's recap. Mortal Lock, Jalton Almeida. Dog Lock, not really a dog lock, Anthony Smith. And then Send Him Home as Carlos Holberg. Green Hammer, which I'm very confident in. Struck me. Thunderstruck confident. Green Battle. Over 2.5 minus 175. Whew. I'm talking 3-4 units, me personally, on that one. That's dope. And then here we go. Slime ball parlay. We're coming out at plus 152. We're going 3 in a row. I think they changed the ballot order. Carlos Holberg. Carl Williams, heavyweight in the slime. Usually doesn't end up well. A lot of people didn't like my Stamen pick, but it is Cody Stamen, Carl Williams, Carlos Olsberg. I said that all wrong. Plus 152. So not juicy. I tried to get it up to, I was going to put Almeida in that, but then it was like very low. So I switched out Almeida and put Stamen in there, trying to get it to at least 2, plus 152. Slime ball parlay hashtag so we can all put them out there. Christian, you know what, man? You're hired. Chase Sherman, first time. Let me tell you something about Patrick Friend, right? Him and his brother, John, great guys. We Sherman fights. He messaged me, Chase Sherman, first round TKO. I don't know if it's a bit. If it's a bit, it's very funny. If he's serious, get your brain checked. Get your brain checked, John Friend. Patrick Friend, excuse me. All right, that's it. That's the show, boys. This was fun. I got to do this more. The chat was popping. Screens fucking up on me. Slime ball parlay currently at plus 154. So we're at 0.2 points. Listen, sorry about the tech difficulties. I don't know what it is. I got a $2,500 Mac computer over here. I got a $1,500, almost $2,000 monitor. I got some nice shit, and I don't know why. And my internet's fast. Don't know why we're fucking up, huh? Got to get that fixed. Thank you for rocking with me. You guys are the best. Follow me on social media, Brian Peter MMA on both Instagram, Twitter. More of a Twitter boy, but you know, IG's cool. See me on the Anakin Florian podcast. Go subscribe to the DraftKings channel, and let's win some money this weekend. Money. All right, boys. I'll see you.